What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and on today's episode I have something crazy to talk to you guys about. Now, a few of you guys may actually know this, so don't leave any mean comments, but I actually figured this out, just learned it the other day. So a while ago, the story begins way back, like a couple years ago. A friend of mine had a Nissan 200 SX, I think that's what it was, and the compressor went, the air conditioning compressor. So I replaced the air conditioning compressor for him, evacuated the line, and put a vacuum on it, made sure there was no leaks, whatever. And then we filled it up, but I accidentally overfilled it with too much Freon. So as we test drove, we noticed the idle was acting all erratic. The vehicle wasn't performing as it should. It seemed like the engine was under way too much stress. Come to find out that because the compressor was overloaded, it actually it did all that to the engine. So I let some out, and then it took a little bit of trial and error, and we finally got it to where the air conditioning was blowing really cold, vehicle was running beautifully. That was the first time I actually learned that overfilling Freon does something like that to an engine, which I didn't know, because to tell you the truth, air conditioning work isn't actually my strongest side. I have some knowledge on it. I'm not crazy in it. I really don't like messing with it too much, but I figure it out as I go. And I know the importance of, vacuuming the line. Whenever you change something, you have to put a vacuum in it. You have to vacuum out the line. You have to do all of that. I know all of that. So now yesterday, my neighbor came up to me and said, "Hey man, my car's overheating. The air conditioning wasn't working, so I put in some Freon and it started to overheat and it's not blowing cold, whatever." So at first I looked at it, I saw that his cabin filter was a little clogged up. I told him, change that. That can affect the blowing. I didn't know about the overheating until later. When he told me the overheating issue, I thought maybe the thermostat was stuck. I had no idea that the air conditioning would cause that until he told me that because when he was filling up Freon, that's when it started to overheat. So I started letting out some Freon because the clutch was kicking on in the AC, but it was like shutting off within like 5 seconds. It wasn't even staying on too long. And as I'm letting it out, it's like really hot air coming out, and then it starts to go a little bit cold, and then the clutch starts to kick on in the AC, and the air's starting to change a little bit, but the vehicle's still overheating, so I just kept letting out a lot. And finally, after letting out a bunch, the AC compressor was running the way it should. He went and took a drive down to the store, the auto parts store, to pick up, a new cabin filter and the AC Pro gauge, because I told him to get that one. His other gauge wasn't really working correctly, and it made him overfill the system. When he got the gauge, he'd called me and said, "Hey man, car's not overheating anymore. It's actually running really well, and AC is blowing super cold." So when he brought it to me, I checked it. The AC wasn't blowing that cold, but it was cooler than before. And I ended up putting in the gauge. It was pretty low, filled it up. Air conditioning started blowing really cold. Overheating issue went away. And that's when I actually learned that overfilling Freon can also cause your temperature gauge in the engine to raise, which is crazy, but it makes sense because the engine going under a certain load, like too much of a load, can have it overwork itself. And then it brought me back to the time when I overfilled my friend's one and his one wasn't performing right, but his never overheated. So you actually learn something every single day. And it's cool, man. It's interesting when you actually learn something new. Now, forever with me, I will learn that, okay, overfilled Freon can cause overheating of the engine and problems with the performance of the engine. So if any of you guys didn't know that, well, now you do. I think it's something really cool to know. And if any of you guys did know that, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know that you did know it. Leave me some more information on air conditioning work and stuff if you guys are pros at it. I'd definitely love to know more. And yeah, man, this is what this community is about, sharing stuff. So if you know something that you think I wouldn't know, share it in the comment section below. I always answer everybody. I'll tell you straight up if I knew it or not. I really love learning from you guys, and I know you guys love learning whatever I know. So That's awesome, guys. And remember, I don't know everything. Some stuff I'm still learning on. Some stuff, even though I've been working on cars for a while and I rebuild engines and stuff, there are some parts of me that aren't the strongest, like air conditioning work and some electrical. I wouldn't say electrical, diagnostics is not really my 100% strongest suits. Diagnostics, I'm probably like a 75%. AC, I'll probably say like I'm a 50%. I'm okay. Rebuilding engines, scrapping down things and rebuilding them back up, I'm like 100% there. But there's always things here and there that I'm not that great at. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick episode. I hope you did. If you did, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys know. I'd love to hear from y'all. Also, hit a like button for the YouTube algorithm, guys. Let's keep this going. I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace.